Welcome to Montgomery County Master Gardeners Association. We're here to share expert advice, practical tips, and local insights to help your garden grow and thrive.
Welcome to the herb garden. This is our main demonstration garden, and we've got all kind of different herbs in here. It started out as a culinary garden, and we've evolved to add more herbs because they're beautiful and beneficial. We've got herbs that are in our raised beds here. We have herbs in the ground. We have herbs in pots and in hanging baskets to showcase the different ways that you can grow herbs on your home. All of these herbs we're trialing to see how well they grow in Montgomery County. And they're excellent plants to have not only in an herb garden, but in your landscape as well. Herbs are very tolerant of drought and our summer sun. And so they do well in our climate. This is one, this is Mexican oregano.
Ooh, that's
and
pretty.
All of these herbs do, not all of them, most of these herbs do really well in our hot summer sun. There's a couple that don't, they'll go down for the summer, but then they'll pop back up. We have annuals that we plant by the season. Basil is a warm weather annual, and so we plant basil like crazy to get not only the basil for culinary, but it's also a good pollinator.
Oh, excellent.
In the cool season, we'll plant things like dill because that doesn't like our Texas sun. This is Jerusalem sage. It's not a culinary herb, it's a medicinal herb.
Oh, okay.
And this plant will take just about whatever you throw at it. And most of these do. A lot of them are evergreen, which makes this herb garden beautiful all year round. Some of them will be perennials, but they'll go down. For example, this Mexican mint marigold, and this is another workhorse in the garden, and it will get about that much bigger and have real pretty yellow flowers. But this is what we use in place of tarragon because we can't grow tarragon here because of our humidity. The irrigation that we use in this garden is drip irrigation, and we've got lines that run all around the garden bed. And when you're putting mulch down, you want to make sure that your lines are above ground. So if there's any kind of blockage or anything, you're aware of that and before it gets out of hand. This garden is a very sensory garden. It looks good because of so many evergreen plants. It smells great, like this lemon verbena is another lemon herb that just has the most incredible fragrance.
Yeah, I wish everybody we had like smell-o-vision so people could smell.
It would.
You'll have to come out here and visit.
It's a taste garden. You can taste plants like this salad burnet, which tastes like cucumber. And of course, we have mints that we keep in containers. We did a trial of a different kind of mint that was supposed to be mannerly. It wasn't.
No such thing as a mannerly mint?
No. So there's many plants that will do double duty. They don't have to just be in a dedicated area. In fact, at my home garden, I have a lot of the plants scattered throughout because they do, like the oregano. It does great. These two beds are our Shakespeare garden. So all the plants in these two beds are somehow talked about in Shakespeare's work. So that's kind of cool. That's rue, R-U-E, and it's an edible herb, but it can also have a little dermatitis type toxicity to some people.
Okay.
But it has a real pretty yellow flower, and the giant swallowtail loves that plant. The two beds out here are our dye garden, and the calendula there is going down for the season. It's one of the cool weather annuals that we talked about earlier. So it's normal for it to go down this time of year. but you can just clip those blossoms. It makes a beautiful dye. This is a new one for us. We're trialing it here this year. It's called Red Hopi dye plant. It's a type of amaranth. This is a bee balm, bergamot, and this is new to the garden this year. We're trialing that, and it seems to like it here pretty well. We'll see how assertive that gets. It's got kind of a square stem, so that's kind of in the mint family, and so we're going to be we're cautiously optimistic on
They
that.
tend to run wild.
Yeah, this is cosmos, and we have not planted cosmos in these two beds in 2 years.
It just keeps
And
coming
it
back.
just keeps coming back. This, of course, is our gorgeous moon gate that Wayman Woolley has designed for us. It's all dry stack stone, which is just beautiful. When you walk from the car park over there and look at this garden, it's really coming around. It's taken a couple of years for this garden to look as nice as it does now. And this year we planted the red rose to do some dyeing with rose to see how that comes out. A lot of these we're not sure how it's going to turn out with the dye. So we're going to trial it, and then we'll see how light fast and how color fast it is.
So when you trial it, what do you guys do? I mean, you actually come out here, harvest them.
Yeah, we harvest them and then create a dye bath.
Okay.
And then dye our textiles in that.
Okay.
And see through washing how color fast it is.
I think we would love to do a follow-up video on that, because
we could do that.
Find out about
what
you use, how you did it, how you test with it.
Yeah, it's an amazing process, and you never know. From one time you could do the same plant material and get a slightly different color each time.
Okay.
But I think in wool dyeing, that kind of is, if you're doing several skeins of wool, that's kind of the beauty, is you have a little variation in your color.
Yeah.